This message is definitely for someone specific. So if you did click on this video, I hope that it's you that it's for. I just feel it on my heart to keep speaking about what I was speaking about in the last video, which is not judging yourself in the process of changing and transforming who you are. I feel like the worst thing you can do, but I don't feel like it's very focused on, if that makes sense. I feel like it's something that's very sneaky. It's something that you can do and easily not notice that you're doing it. But I feel like it really makes this process 10 times harder when you judge yourself for not fitting into this perfect being or vision of yourself that you created in your mind, when it's not bad to have a vision and to strive for that, but it hurts you and causes you pain when you put those expectations so, what's the word I'm looking for? Like so tight around you, when they're so constricting, that if you don't do this a certain way or behave a certain way, that you aren't who you thought you were. My dog is over here. Thought he was gonna say hi, but he chilling. But one of the things, this is actually my second time trying to record this video. And the first time it was just, my energy was off. I was very tired. And it just wasn't, I didn't feel like it was as authentic as it should have been. It felt more forced and unnatural, because I was just getting this feeling that I needed to record it right then and there. So I kind of put that to the side and just waited. But the reason I'm talking about this video, or that video that I recorded at all, was because during recording that, I realized that I often try to perfect being present, and I don't know if it was the first video I made or the second, but I remember I said that I judge myself for judging myself, and that's what I was talking about. But I just never saw it in that way. I never saw it as clearly as I did when I was having that moment in the video, that I judge myself a lot off of being able to stay present in the moment, and being able to stay present in the moment without judging myself, without falling into like a self-deprecating rant that goes on in my head, and I'm sure in the heads of many people, specifically you watching this video. But that's exactly what I'm talking about, is you don't have to be perfect. You can't be perfect. Instead of perfection, just striving to be present is enough. Your presence is enough. And that's one of the things I've been practicing. Just every time I notice that I haven't been present, or I've gotten lost in thinking about things, whether it's something that happened 45 minutes ago to a year ago, or it's something that I'm worried about in the future, whether it's tomorrow or years down the line. Whenever I have those moments where I realized that I've been worrying and I'm not present in the moment. Instead of judging myself like, bro, what are you doing? You should have been here in this moment all this time. Instead of that, I'm just accepting that I was there and now I'm here. And I'm being grateful for this moment, regardless of where I am, what I'm doing. Just been grateful that I'm able to come back to that presence, because there was a lot of my life that I was never able to find that. I was never able to have that realization and just come back to it. I feel like a lot of people, especially in this country, deal with depression. And I feel like depression is just that, not being able to get out of your mind and to just be in the present moment, no matter what's happening. So yeah, I've definitely gotten better at that and been working on that. But I have been very critical about when I realize I'm not. When I realize I'm not in the moment, or I wasn't in the moment, and now I am. Instead of appreciating that moment in the past, I was just shit talking myself. I would think less of myself for not being able to do something that I felt like I knew I could do. And that's really the focus of this message and what I want to say to whoever actually needs to hear this, that you don't have to beat yourself up for the times that you slip, the times that you lose yourself inside your mind, or the times that you run back to your old ways. You don't have to hate yourself for it. You don't have to put yourself through anything more. A lot of the times, whatever feelings you have, or whatever thing you ran back to, or way of being that you went back to, that itself was already enough that you put yourself through. So you don't need to double down and just beat yourself up for doing that. So I just want whoever is watching this to practice being present over being perfect, and giving yourself grace through whatever you're going through. I know there's a lot going on in your world, in our world. It can be hard to be present, especially with the daily things that we all have to deal with. We all have adult lives. Some of us have kids, relationships, marriages. There's a lot of other aspects that we have to deal with that can either add to that or take away from it. But I just want to remind you to give yourself some grace. You're not going to be perfect, but that doesn't mean that you are who you were, because you're somebody different now. And I was going to say something, but I completely lost it. If I get it back, I'll throw it in there. But one thing I did want to say is that in these messages, I end every message with the same thing, that this is all from my heart, and I hope it reaches your heart. And I say that because I want these videos to be direct transmissions from my heart, without any part of my ego being involved. I feel like that's the only way to reach someone else's heart, is to put your ego to the side. So that's the main reason why I say that and I focus on that so much, because not just this message is for somebody specific, but all of these are for somebody specific or a group of specific people. I know everybody is going to resonate with the things that I say in these messages, and everybody's not going to agree with them. And that doesn't mean they're wrong, but it doesn't mean I'm wrong either. It just means that this video was not for them. But if you made it this far, then it's definitely for you. And I appreciate you, and I love you. And again, all these words that I said in this message are from my heart, directly from my heart. And I really, truly hope they reach your heart.